open. Martin Stadium home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Air Force's offense will go to work first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Goes to the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Falcons are marching down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Using his feet. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Inside the 25. There he goes. Touchdown, Air Force. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Washington State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Casey. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Wazoo! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. On the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Runs through a tackle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Across the 15. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Washington State has it all working right now. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Washington State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the catch. It's Knox. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them...
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? So now it's second and long. On the move.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. The Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Fullback's got it. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Gives it on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Makes the grab. It's McNeil. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Falcons come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. The play action fake. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown Falcons. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Casey. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, first and 10. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Here's a heat. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air, it's Casey.
And I like the defense being aggressive.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Shakes off the defender. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Wants to throw on 3rd. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab on the big throw. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and
it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Touchdown, Air Force! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Back to pass, it's Casey. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Westbrook. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Washington State lines up quickly. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He's got it at the 25. Touchdown, Cougars. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Now on the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. The give is to Williams. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the catch, it's Stevens. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawrence. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
Touchdown, Cougar! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. Washington State going quickly. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Now from inside the red zone. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Washington State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's McNeil. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. He'll take it himself.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Give to the big fullback. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got the tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo!
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Stevens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Casey. Unloads it left. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Got it near midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy. Sends it downfield. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking downfield, it's Casey. This one's complete. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day.
They fake it, looking for a man. And they get it done. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on a field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football. Just watch. He's going for a big play downfield. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Wants to throw. It's Casey. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Wants to go up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of.
Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. They get a big win here and start the season